I don't know, man. I just don't know. It just seems like with the Atlanta Falcons, it seems like everything just gets in their way. And people talk about the Dallas Cowboys and how fun it is to make fun of them on television and stuff. It's good TV for the networks or whatever. I get it. But the Atlanta Falcons, I believe we got it worse. And it doesn't get any better if you are also a fan of the Georgia Southern Eagles. Now that's where I come in. This channel does Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football, and it just seems like it's one thing that always gets in the way of our teams. Now we know with Georgia Southern, they have a little bit more leeway. We went up against two teams that were, quite frankly, had a bigger advantage than us. I mean, one team had a lot of talent. The other one was playing at home and had to redeem themselves. We had to travel across the country. No excuses, but still, that is what it is. And we didn't live up to the name of Georgia Southern. They have chances to redeem themselves for the rest of the season. And while some, fans don't think that they can do it, but they do have a chance to redeem themselves for the rest of the season. When it comes to the Atlanta Falcons, though, I mean, you do pretty much everything in your power to keep this game to the point, keep this game close. You keep everything in front of you, and you do everything you can to take this game to overtime. And one of the best kickers that we've seen in a long time has starting to fall off. And it doesn't help matters because this particular kicker came from Georgia Southern football. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. So now when I think about it, you look at being a fan of both of these teams, it is very rough. It's rough. Now, with the Atlanta Falcons, is a lot more football left. It's a lot more football left. You don't get me wrong. It's 16 more games to play. Things can happen. But this particular game against Tampa Bay, this is the game that you wanted to win because it would have gave you a leg up on the division early. And you already seen what happened to the other divisional teams. The Saints lose, and you have a situation where the Panthers lose. You had a leg up on the division, and you beat a divisional opponent. So it's a bigger deal than some people may want to think about. That first game is a big night. If it was another opponent that's not a divisional rival, yes, but this is a divisional game. This is the type of game that could probably bite you in the butt at the end of the year. When things square down and you got one game left in the season and you know how tight that the divisional race is. We saw it last year. We needed them to lose and we needed to win. These type of games are the type of games that those things don't even matter. Just the fact that they beat us week one could very well be the difference in winning the division later on this season. So it's a really big deal. And it really sucks when you are a Falcons fan because it's like you look at the team isn't bad. They played their heart out. Everything went well. And you can make the case that, yeah, Mike Hughes got beat on that touchdown play. It shouldn't have happened. But, hey, cornerbacks get beat every day, B. It happens. It is what it is. But at the same time, you just want to be in that position to where you win these games. And you put yourself in a position where you can go into overtime, where overtime anything can happen, and our reliable kicker misses the kick. And it really bothered me because the kicker that we had on the roster was fairly decent. What he would have made that kick, I don't know. But you expect Young Wei Koo to make that, and he didn't. And now, I'm not saying to set the team all the way back. It's still 16 games. But I'd rather lose this game to an AFC opponent, or I'd rather lose this game to an NFC opponent that's not in the division. You don't want to lose this game to your divisional opponent because this one could get you. This could be a difference between winning the division or not. This could be a difference of you getting in the playoffs or not. So this is a really big deal. And I know a lot of people say we should at least make the playoffs. Well, these are the type of games that we got to win. If we need to make the playoffs, you got to beat your divisional opponents. It's going to be even tougher, especially if the division is tight and, you're trying to find a way to get in. So it sucks. Now, we jumped to Georgia Southern. We got to beat Jackson State. Well, Jacksonville State. Sorry, I done said that plenty of times throughout the week. Jacksonville State. We have to beat Jacksonville State, and we have to beat Maine. And the reason why we have to beat them, and we have to beat them handily, because a lot of people are down on this team right now. A lot of people are down on this team, and they feel like it's time for Coach Clay Helton to go. Now, I can't say that they're wrong. I kind of agree with them. You know, I mean, this extension that everybody keeps talking about, why did you extend them to 2029? It was a horrible idea, this, that, and the third. Look, I'm not here to talk contracts because, like, hey, that's what they felt that they should do. Should have they done it? Looking back, probably not. But, hey, it is what it is. We got to roll with the dice that we have. And right now, you got an opportunity. You literally got an opportunity to go through the rest of the season and maybe lose one more game. And with the talent that we have on this team, I think that we can do it. I truly believe that. I know some people out here, they're screaming 3-9 and this, that, and the third. And I get it because you're upset. You've seen this before. You saw the 6-7 season. You saw the 8-win season. And you saw how bad that we played against these first two games. You could say, yeah, it looks like a 3-9 team, especially against Fresno State. Now, that was inexcusable. I get it. But I think once you start getting a couple of wins under your belt, I think they're going to start getting some things together. Do I think that they're going to win all these games? I don't think so. Will they lose one game and that game will be JMU? That's likely. I don't see anybody else in the Sun Belt that will match the intensity that Fresno State and USC did, but it's the Sun Belt at the same time. The main thing is that Georgia Southern needs to just play their game. They just need to play the way they play. And they'll be fine. When you saw flashes, when these guys were actually on the roll and they were moving the ball, they did very well against USC. A lot of people don't really think about it, but they did pretty well against USC. I think outside of that one pass J.C. French threw, I think they did pretty well. The main thing is we can't be doing these stupid trick plays. There's no need for these trick plays. Ryan Applin, Coach Clay Helton, please, I beg you, stop the trick plays. Just run the ball up the middle if you got short yardage. Use Weston Bryant. Use him if you need to. Use Terrence Gibbs, which, you know what? Terrence Gibbs actually looked pretty solid against USC last week. Terrence Gibbs actually looked pretty good. Matter of fact, Jamarian Samuel looked good too. You know, I think we got some players. Cameron Brown, Dalen Cobb. We got some players. So what are we doing? Just put them in a position to be successful. There's no need to be doing no crazy end arounds. There's no reason to be doing no flea flicker screen passes. Let's just run basic 5 in routes, 5 route slants, 5-yard curls, go over the top when need be, slug and go, slant and goes, any of those, pick routes, crossing routes. Just do basic stuff. You got guys on this team that can make it happen. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. It is rough being a Falcons and Georgia Southern Eagles fan. It's rough, but I got faith. I have faith. I don't know how far that faith is going to take me, but I got faith that this could be somewhat of a successful season. Will it happen? Man, I don't know. Anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I will see y'all on the next video. I appreciate everybody who's been watching and supporting the channel and the social media links. You guys are awesome. Y'all guys have a good day. All right, peace.